Entaro Tassadar, fellow Protoss players, my name is Kylaris, and today we are going to be looking at a game between WhiteRa, aka WhiteRa, and Bly, and I have no clue when this game happened, but I do know for a fact that it happened before patch 1.1, so perhaps some of what we're going to see here is completely obsolete, since Zealots have been changed slightly, and I will cover that in a later video, because I can't be bothered covering it now, ha ha ha. Anyway, I did cast this game just before, and the cast was pretty shit. Like, totally shit, like the shittest shit I've ever seen. It was pretty bad. I was in a grumpy state, so yeah, it was really bad, so I'm going to cast it again, because it was terrible bad. So yeah, hopefully this time it's going to go a little bit better. Anyway, we do see WhiteRa now placing a forward pylon, no doubt in order to create a little bitty choke down this side or that side, in order to be able to funnel Zerglings down there if some early pressure does come. These guys talking about something in Bulgarian, no doubt, I'm not quite sure. Do they even speak Bulgarian in Bulgaria? Maybe they speak like Spanish or something, I'm not sure. Leave a comment if you know. Anyway, we do see a very early spawning pool going down for Bly here. So maybe making this choke was a good idea from WhiteRa. Although, that being said, whenever you're playing against a Zerg player, as a Protoss player, you always want to make this kind of choke in order to be able to fend off any speedlings or Zerglings at the very beginning of the game. Anyway, these probes and drones do cross positions, and now they have seen each other scouting. Very early scout there, in my opinion, for Bly, so he is going to be wanting to see if there is going to be anything blocking his way, and we do see two gateways going down now for WhiteRa. So as I said, this is before patch 1.1, so it seems like we're going to have early pressure from both sides, and it looks like WhiteRa's is going to come in the form of very early and aggressive Zealots, which is slightly nerfed after this patch, so do apologise. Since this is sort of obsolete, it doesn't matter though, it's a bit entertaining. Anyway, this probe now seeing these Zerglings running across the map, wanting to pile on really early pressure by Bly here. And these Zerglings will be very effective if he does get in, but this Chrono boosted Zealot is going to be out in time. Another pylon going down in order to be able to try and block off as much as possible and create this choke here. He wasn't as confident with that choke as this one, but now he seems fine. And these Zerglings are going to be wailing away at this gateway, but are going to have little success. A lot of Zerglings now, but this Zealot fending them off as best as he can do. These Zerglings now popping up a little bit, not doing too much. I think they're going to be able to do too much in this position with this Zealot in this choke. So moving out a little bit with that. Now two Zealots going to be able to fend this off, no problemo. This Overlord coming in for a bit of spotting, and we do see an expansion going down for Bly right now. As well as these Zerglings doing a little bit of a dance in front of WhiteRa's base. Either today or tomorrow I'm going to bring you a video detailing pretty much what you need to know as a Protoss player about the patch changes. You can look up the Terran and Zerg changes all you like or whatever. They're not going to affect us too much, apart from in what we're being attacked by, and they're covered on other people's channels. I just want to focus more on the Protoss change, as well as some of the in-game changes to like the system of how the game plays. During that video, I'll be bringing you my super cool new look, because I'm rocking out red sunglasses, or they're not even sunglasses, they're just red glasses. So yeah, I look awesomely cool, even though I probably don't look cool. I just probably look like a spaz, but it doesn't matter. It's not as bloody ridiculous as you might think it is. Anyway, now these Zerglings and Zealots getting in a bit of conflict here, and these Zerglings are probably going to be able to clean this up quite easily, although a lot of spread fire on these, and these Zealots are doing a lot of damage to these Zerglings, now reinforcing with two more Zealots in order to be able to fend off these Zerglings. Everything starts with the letter Z. Why Zergling, Zealot, Z, 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 Z. Bleh. Oh, it gives me such a tongue twister every time. This is the reason why I pause in replays between P and Z, because of Zerglings and Zealots, and I always get their names mixed up. So if you ever hear me say Zergling instead of Zealot, or Zealot instead of Zergling, that is why. So yeah, sorry about that. We do see Bly now throwing down a Spine Crawler, as well as Cybernetics Core has already gone down for WhiteRa, and he's going to be nice, trying to get on some damage onto that Spine Crawler and making him cancel it in the end. Very nice there from WhiteRa in order to be able to keep himself alive whilst doing that. But all these Zerglings have now surrounded a lot of these Zealots and going to be able to do a lot of damage. But it seems like the fire is very spread, and there's going to be these whoa, these zealots got out unscathed, very low ones. Focus firing them down with that queen, very nice there by Bly, in order to focus down the ones that pretty much had about 2 health each. But now going to be reinforcing with a few more zealots, and there's not much these zerglings can do against this at this point. We have seen now a 3rd gateway, and I imagine a 4th gateway, yes, being thrown down now for WhiteRa. So he's going to be going from a 2-gate into a 4-gate push. Very, very nice kind of controlled play from WhiteRa here, and we do see Bly trying to counter it with as many zerglings as possible, as well as trying to throw up that that spine crawler again in a more behind position in comparison to where this hatchery is. Since when he did throw it out here, it was a bit vulnerable, and he was able to make him cancel it. And we do see zergling speed now coming down for Bly in order to be able to deal with these units a bit more effectively. WhiteRa now throwing down his forward pile in order to be able to warp in units. I believe that warp gate has just finished. Wow, that was amazing timing. And now Stalkers in the fray, going to be able to shoot quite a lot, pick off quite a lot of these zerglings if these zealots do stay in a position like that. Now sending up this probe to see what's going on, so he doesn't get a unit caught off guard, and that was very nice. Now throwing down this spine crawler in a more forwards position in order to poke away on these units when they do come to the battle, and sentries now being warped in order to be able to throw down lovely Imber force fields. Wait, not Imber, just clever mechanics. Let's go with that. They're awesome. We love force fields. Anyway, these zerglings now trying to surround these stalkers and getting a nice round off on them, but these zealots are wailing away at these zerglings, and it was all very too much for Bly there. All these units now warping in order to be able to reinforce, and it doesn't look like Bly has much chance in hell, as it's bloody ridiculous how much these zealots do to these zerglings, and that looks like it's game. So thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this small snippet of a game. Very nice example of a 2-gate into a 4-gate, although that being said, it might be obsolete now, and not as obsolete as you'd think, since the stalkers and sentries have not been changed at all. But yes, give it a try. 2-gate into 4-gate, very nice. So I will see you guys next time. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, doing a test. Is it working? Is the sound okay? Let's see if the sound is okay. Putting down a gateway and putting down a pylon, and there's a little bit of lag, lag.